Hey, have you ever wondered about a gas line or a pipeline or even a large electrical transmission line running across a piece of rural real estate and wondering about it? Does that hurt it real bad? Is that a piece of property you'd even want to consider? Well, I'm going to talk about it just a little bit in this video on a tract that I was recently looking at to list, and it had a couple of small gas pipelines on it. So take a look. It's just between 100 and 200 acres. Gas pipeline running through it, running all the way north to south, but on the far west end of it. You have a gas pipeline like this on a property, any kind of pipeline, there's pluses and minuses. And I'll tell you real quickly, in my mind, what the pluses and minuses are. The plus is that it gives more access through a large timberland tract that is going to have recreational use. Now, somebody's likely going to buy it, put a home up there on the blacktop road, and it'll be a large residential home site tract, but they're going to hunt on it. They're going to ride four-wheelers on it and play on it. It's surrounded by timberland, so it's got good backup for deer. A pipeline like this it's just a ready-made road and food plot. People can come in here and break the ground, plant food plots for the deer, and just improve the property overall and have a better experience on it. So that's a positive. A negative is it's got some really good timber on both sides of this pipeline, some good pine logs, and they're going to need to be cut at some point soon. You can't skid these logs across this pipeline to go out to the blacktop road there. You can't just do that. So they're going to have to deal with the pipeline company and probably have to build a crossing, wooden mats you've seen on the road sometimes. They're going to have to, build a pretty good crossing on here to not damage this pipeline, to be able to skid timber across here. So that's a pretty big negative. Positive on this one is that you can't build anything on this pipeline, and you can't build, any structure within a certain distance of it. But this is far enough away from the utilities and the front road frontage that that'll never be an issue. If this pipeline were up there near the road frontage, it does create some problems then, because then you got to work around it to do any improvements that you want. So don't always look at a pipeline as a negative on a property. It depends on the size, depends on the location, depends on the use of the property. There are a lot of variables in it. And then consider the positives too. You don't have to come in here and clear food plots. You don't have to come in here and clear any trails for this north and south route right here. You got one that's 40 feet wide or 30 feet wide already in place. So anyway, just some thoughts. I got to finish looking at this thing and get back to the truck.